Shit. What's going on, Alex? Unfortunately, tonight there will be no Phantasy Star 2. I was just literally I fired it up. I was just about to get on about an hour ago. And I thought I was loading the file, but I accidentally pressed save file, and I was looking at it from the OBS studio thing. And I fucked around and overwritten the file from the very, very beginning. So I can't even reload the file I was doing or none of that shit. I looked up I looked up a way that you could get like corrupt files and like overwritten files and deleted files off of some shit off of the internet, but I don't even have a male-to-male USB cable to even try it. So I'm gonna have to just probably try on the third one now. So all that fucking month, all that work I did was for nothing. But I'm gonna have to try that shit again later, like in a year or something, because that's a lot of work. Yes, I basically got to redo the entire fucking game. The only save part I had, I think, was like right before like the first or second cave or something like that, because I saw I was in the party with just my character and me, and that was it. So I gotta do all that shit over. Yeah. My character and me, and that was it. Shit pissed me the hell off. Damn, that shit just pissed me off, man. So I'm gonna just play something else for the time being right now. Got Virtual Fighter. Yeah, I remember you told me that. That's why I was thinking, like, damn, this sounds like exactly what you did in the first one. And that's why I was, as soon as it happened, it had me thinking, man, you know what, let me try the first one instead. But it's not even on here. It's on the other collection on PlayStation 3. Yeah, but I'm like, god damn it, that shit just pissed me off, man. I was literally about to start the last fucking cave. Like, damn, that shit made me mad, man. I was literally about to start the last fucking cave. Yeah, that shit made me mad. That's why sometimes I wish I could do movie and TV show reviews, because you don't have to worry about all that shit, like trying to get back to save files and all that shit. It's a lot of shit when you try to play this shit with video games. But you know, if I were to try to show any fucking thing, then you know they gonna copyright strike it. Yeah, but god damn, though, that shit was a major ball crusher, dude. Like, seriously. Like it's like literally, I damn near had shed a tear when that shit happened. Cause I'm thinking, damn, I literally was playing that shit since June. It's fucking February. It's like literally, I damn near had shed a tear when that shit happened. I'm thinking, I literally was playing that shit since June. It's fucking February. What's going on, James? Man, I was gonna play Phantasy Star tonight, man. I fucked around and overridden my whole file that I've been playing for like 7 months, and now I gotta start the whole game over, basically. So I'm just about to just fuck around with Virtual Fighter for right now. They got the whole attributes and stuff. She's a dancer. I ain't never noticed this. This is cool. Damn, this dude was born in 1940. He's a cook. This guy was born 2/8/66. His birthday's coming up. His hobby is karaoke. Jeffrey McWild. Fisher. Sit 71. Sarah Bryant. Her birthday is Independence Day. IndyCar racer. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, man, it's like that shit fucking made me mad, boy. It's like when I did it, I was thinking like, damn, like that didn't just count. Like let me redo that. Then I realized this is real life. Like I can't just resave what happened in real life. Like I did this shit for real. It's like once it's done, it's done. I'm like, damn, this ain't no video game where I could just go back and redo something. It's like I really did this shit. Damn, that shit pissed me off, man. I wanted to see the end of that game. I really did this shit. See the end of that. Wow. This game is set up like the first Street Fighter. This is old. This game is set up like the first Street Fighter. KO. This is definitely an old game. Which game would you say is a potential review? Phantasy Star II? Which game would you say is a potential review? Phantasy Star II? This basically is Tekken, the way it play like. Yeah, I think Phantasy Star 2 would be a good review. But man, that was a long ass game, dude. Like, luckily in the streams I already got the recorded footage. But at the same time, that's a long review. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that game was long. I already told Dane earlier I might stream the third one, but I gotta get myself in the mood for that. I'm not gonna lie, I might try it tonight. But I just not gonna lie, man. I was trying to get over the fact that what I had did, that shit kind of pissed me off. Phantasy Star 2 is actually a good game, though. I like it. I really wouldn't have nothing really negative too much to say about it. Because, I mean, typically what you deal with in that game is what you deal with in most of those older dungeon crawlers. You know, the one thing I would say about Phantasy Star 2 I didn't like, it was just kind of how, like, when you went through some of those dungeons, everything looks the same, so it gets a little disorientated. But it's not as bad as the first one, though, when you like working around in that first person perspective. So they did improve upon a couple of things, and we're gonna see what they're gonna improve upon in the third one. But I did see the fourth one because I saw another guy who was streaming it a couple of weeks ago, and the fourth one I would say is the best one. That was on Sega, at least. But I like the second one. I'm not gonna lie. When I first was playing it, it was a little hard to get into at first. But I guess after a lot of bowls of weed and really focusing on it, I actually started to like it. That's why I'm mad, because I wanted to see the end of it. I'm like, I put a lot of work into that fucking game. I guess after a lot of bowls of weed, shit. Really focusing on it. I feel like a drug dealer who just got like a whole bunch of kilos of drugs and pounds of drugs, and all of a sudden my shit got seized. Like, this ain't a good feeling. Just got like a whole bunch of kilos of drugs and pounds of drugs, and all of a sudden my shit got seized. Like, this ain't a good feeling. Yeah, that script would have easily been about 30 pages. I can see that. Damn. Yeah, I might go on to try the third one, man. God damn, I want to beat that second one so bad. Y'all don't even know how bad I want to actually get through that game. It's almost to the point where I literally want to go through it again, but it's just too much to do. It's too much to do. It's almost to the point. It's just too much to do. It's too much to do. That's one thing I don't like about RPGs is that, you know, you gotta make sure you saving them shits. Like, it ain't like if you playing like Grand Theft Auto or something, and you, let's say you beat a certain mission that was really hard, and let's say that you only saved like 2 missions before that. Now to get to that point of that mission, like you know, whatever 2 missions you had that was in between those, it really shouldn't be that hard to get through, to be honest. So. But it's not like that with an RPG. Like, you might have to go through literally like 5 caves to get back to where you were if you didn't save some shit. And not to mention your character's got to level up. That shit is a lot of work, man. Get up. I don't care what nobody say. Mortal Kombat 2 to me, or Mortal Kombat in general, is the best fighting game of all time. Like, all the other ones were cool, but I will say Mortal Kombat was the one that's the most interesting. Up. Shit. Ah. Yeah, but to be honest, I don't feel like the second one would be worth reviewing because I wouldn't really have much to say. It's kind of repetitive in that game, you know, because it's an RPG. But to be honest, I liked it. It wasn't really much bad that I had to say about it. The little stuff I would have said that was bad would have been just the same repetitive stuff throughout the review. So I don't think it would have been worth me reviewing. Fuck, come on now. But to be honest, I liked it. Little stuff I would have said that was bad would have been just the same. Yo! Yeah, this game is aged. It's aged, like, I'm about to pick this up in 2022. Fuck do you even block? Hey. How the fuck you can't just push one button to block? Fuck it. Oh, but now I want to auto save. Just push one button to block. Yeah, it really is. All the rest of them were Japanese games. You're right. They played like them too. Even though it was Japanese influence. It is. All the rest of them. Yeah. Damn, just hearing that music made me realize how long of a way I got to go. Hearing that music made me. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I've always been able to pick up Mortal Kombat and just get into it. Oh yeah. What? So apparently they had more of a budget for this game. So. I don't even know what point in time we at. I think Alias and or Meow, one of them, returns in this game. Names inspire long hatred now, 1,000 years later after their tragic deaths. Go ahead, read it. Alright, fuck it. We go ahead and do some trivia time now. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do in this game. Literally, man, we got like so much shit going on. Trivia time. We got shit. I like the setup on the second one better. So far, I mean, the graphics are great though in this game. Way better than the second one. The second one just looked like a fucking grid that they were trying to design in the preliminary stage. Do I have any weapons? Like a fucking grid that they tried to design in the preliminary stage. Oh. Yeah, the music is already better than the second one. Sucks. No money. Like, god damn, I literally gotta start with nothing. Yeah, at least get some weapons. It's about time you got married, Prince Reese. Married to who? Streets. You think the second one game is better? Music was better, I guess. It was getting kind of annoying. Yeah, and that's what I was just realizing. I can't name myself or nothing. That's already a red flag. Say your phone service tripping? How? Man, I can't get no weapons, no nothing. Look at this. I don't even know who can carry what. I gotta look at literally a whole new fucking game guide for this game. This is about to suck. Look at this. This is literally like being in real life. Like you starting out as a kid. It's just fucking hard to get out here and get some money and get stuff done. Oh yeah, the trivia. It's literally like being in real life, but the kids, it's fucking hard to get out there and stuff like that. Trivia. Oh yeah. Damn, that sucks. As far as trivia, okay. In what game, whenever they got attacked or hurt or anything, they would always go like this? Sure, y'all should know this one. Yeah, appreciate that, Dane, because I definitely need this. Guide is a little bit more complex than one in Phantasy Star II. Supposed to get married. All right. Yeah, you're right. It was Bonanza Bros. Got another one. Which Pokemon was in the front of Pokemon version Red? Yeah, you're right. Pokemon was in the front of Pokemon version. Good knowledge, good knowledge. You are correct. It was Charizard doing the Fire Blast attack. Alright, I got another one. In what century did Echo the Dolphin exist? In the Echo the Dolphin Tatsa time game. Oh, was it the 20th? Well, I mentioned like what century that Echo the Dolphins, like all that stuff was going on. It was like in a futuristic time, and I had mentioned what century that it was going on in. No, it wasn't the 21st. His bride gets kidnapped, so they took the plot of Ghosts and Goblins. This game is kind of like Final Fantasy 4. So they took the plot. So this whole game is about getting a woman back. Wow. Nope, it was not the 22nd. He was in the 30th century because he was supposed to be from Atlantis, and he was supposed to be in the future or something like that from that time warp thing that I had showed, and that led him to be in the 30th century. Yo, what's going on, man? I was gonna stream Phantasy Star 2, but I made a mistake and actually overwritten my file. I saw it's a way to possibly get that file back, but I don't have a male-to-male USB cable, so I'm just gonna move on to the third one. Well, I was gonna stream this one next anyway, so I guess I'll see what this one is about. I like the second one though. It fit my style of RPG games. This kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 4 a little bit already. Like, and he found him a new bride. Yeah, I was actually thinking about streaming Tenchu today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not in the mood for it right now, though. Just in the mood to play like an RPG game. Y'all would have never known, but believe it or not, RPGs are actually my favorite genre of video games. When I was growing up, I used to mainly like sports games and shooting games. Like that was all I cared about. But every now and then, I would always play that one RPG game, like for a good couple of months. Whether it be Pokemon or Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Persona. That was another one I had. Dang, what was that one RPG we had that was on PlayStation? What was it called? Luna or Lunar or something like that. That was a pretty good one too. I actually wouldn't mind getting that. Yeah, Lunar. That's what it was called because it was initially on Sega Saturn. Because I got a poster of it right here in my room. They actually made a whole series of them I didn't even know about. I think the one that you had though on that PlayStation 1 was like a collection from the ones they had on the Saturn. Cause I got one here on my wall called Lunar the Silver Star. This shit look hard as fuck too. Dark Souls 2, that's cool. I don't know why, but it's like the newer RPGs, you know, they make it kind of like a little bit of a mix of like, you knowing the controls and the combat action of the game, along with the turnplay strategy and stuff, which is cool. But I never really had a chance to play a lot of these games back in the day. Just remember a lot of days when I was in elementary school, especially back in third grade. When I was in third grade, that was in 1999, going into 2000. So that's when Pokemon was really popular. So I just remember everybody being on the bus. We used to sneak our Game Boys into school and stuff, and everybody used to have their own version of Pokemon, and they would have all their different like lineups. And I remember like later on when that Cable Link came out, we used to be battling and stuff. That's why I used to mainly like those RPGs. I just never forget that Pokemon. I remember my lineup always was crucial because I would always do like I'm doing now and just grind, you know. I'm at the grind. I'm at the grind super hard in this. What the fuck is a chirper? Damn. What a slow grind. Like, god damn. just wish I could get rid of my foul so bad. I don't even know what store is what. That's where I heal. It's a bot shop. In here, I need to heal. Oh yeah, you're always gonna see those bots. Like this bot is from somewhere in fucking Greece or something. Yeah, man, I don't think it was possible for them to try to ban Pokemon in my school, cause shit, people were gonna bring them to school anyway. My mom was a teacher. Every year, I remember at the end of the school year, it would be so many strategy guides and Pokemon toys and cards and stuff she had confiscated. It used to be ridiculous. Man, that Pokemon was huge back in the day, man. I would say Pokemon was bigger than anything I remember besides Grand Theft Auto in my lifetime. In my lifetime, the biggest things I remember that was like a cultural shock that came from the video game world that I remember was Sonic. Sonic was a culture shock. I don't remember Mario. That was a little before my time. But I remember Sonic. I remember Tomb Raider. And then of course Pokemon, and then Grand Theft Auto, and then Call of Duty was after that too. See, Call of Duty was already out for some years, but when that Modern Warfare 2 was out, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was on a way whole nother level. That game was addicting. They need to remake Modern Warfare 2. Y'all agree? Modern Warfare 2, I think, was the best one. I didn't really care for the first one like that. Oh yeah, definitely. I remember that with that Contraband, but I didn't play that shit about my Game Boy. I remember I used to keep my Game Boy in my pocket all the time, and I just was real smooth with it. And eventually, I just stopped bringing my Game Boy to school because I remember I would always end up having my batteries die, and I never would be able to go get some more. So I just stopped bringing it to school and just wait till I got home to play it. Yeah, that Modern Warfare 2 was huge, man. That was in freshman year in college. Freshman year in college. Please tell me this is where I heal. fortune told. My fortune told. I can't believe people used to fall for that shit back in the day. Wow, really? He said they named a road called Laura Croft. That's amazing. I really don't know where to heal myself. I told y'all the impact that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had in my part of Georgia here in Atlanta. In Riverdale, it was literally a part of Riverdale Road that rapper Waka Flocka used to be a part of, that they called Grove Street. The dudes used to literally be running around with green flats and everything. So yeah, the video games definitely had an influence on like real life. During our time, I would say more so than, before. What the fuck do I heal myself? I need a better map than the strategy guide is showing me. Where the fuck is the end? I've been saying that for years, but Grand Theft Auto Atlanta, I think it actually would be a pretty good game. I think it will have a good plot and everything, but it just will have to be done by the right person, I believe. I don't think, honestly, I don't think they need to make it yet. They need to make it a little bit later, like when people that actually grew up in this culture get a little bit older and can have a little bit more of an authentic story to tell. Just like those guys out there in LA and stuff when they made Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Because basically, like, Atlanta is like, the next city after LA and New York and Miami. So I think it actually would be a good game. Of course, I'll play it. I think eventually they're gonna do it. I just don't know when, and then who's gonna do it. They might fuck around, try to have 2 Chainz and the Migos or somebody be like a voice in the video game. Like I can see them doing something like that. That should actually be fun. It just got to be done right, though. The writing has to be done right. The gameplay has to be done right. The characters got to be right. The story. I mean, I just would have to want to make sure it's done right. Man, I can't play this right now. I ain't gonna lie. I want to play the second one. Oh yeah, I know that. The first Grand Theft Auto was what, London 1969? Yeah, they just basically took the culture over here and Americanized it, and most of the games, pretty much fit American culture. But yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I know that. The first Grand Theft Auto was what, London 1969? Yeah, they just basically took the culture over here, Americanized it, most of the game culture. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I just think that Americans don't really make good games anyway. To be honest, Americans don't do nothing but make a good story. But as far as the mechanics and the actual greatness of the game, they're working on a new GTA. Really? What is it going to be? GTA 6? They need to do what we just said. They're gonna have to make something different this time. What's it gonna be? GTA 6? I got another question. In that game, Narc, what was the name of that black cop? What was the name of that black cop? It's always either a Mike or a Marcus. I mean, as long as he's black, then of course. It was almost like a given. Okay, what was the name of the white cop then? As long as he's black, then of course. Okay, what's the name of the white cop then? Bob and Jefferson Davis. I'm gonna tell y'all what the manual said his name was. I'm gonna tell y'all what the manual said. Shit is fucking hilarious. I was reading this the other day. This is what they said about this guy, Marcus Hill. It said Marcus Hill was born in Chicago. Oh wow, how traditional. He is the son of a fireman and a night duty nurse. He was raised in a deeply religious household, go figure, among his three older brothers and a younger sister brought up in a hard working class values. Oh, of course, he was a born athlete, excelling in basketball, football, and track. This shit is so goddamn stereotypical, which eventually earned him a football scholarship that took him to the university in upstate New York. Did he graduate? After a criminal justice class that led to some interest in the FBI position at Quintico, Marcus applied with New York's finance and was working in the streets a few months later. He hooked up with Jack Foritsky and busted tons of criminals. Marcus returned to Rockland in his new position as a DEA agent, but is unhappy about a reunion with the man that almost ruined his career. That was that guy's name, Jack Forensky. They got this shit straight from New Jack City. This shit is hilarious, bro. This dude is literally the white guy from New Jack City. What's that guy's name, Jack Forensky? They got this shit straight from New Jack City. This shit is hilarious. It's funny because he was a former drug addict. It said he had a rough childhood with a junkie father and an absent mother. He went to live with his aunt and uncle, Lisa and Joe Kowalski. Jack graduated near the top of his class from the academy, received his post certificate, and joined the NYPD. After serving 6 years as a beat cop, he managed to transfer over to Kowalski's precinct and joined the narcotics division. It was there he got in too deep and became an addict. God damn. Uncle Joe pulled some strings to send him through rehab and put him on probation. Now he's back on the force, but he has to prove himself. That's hilarious. He got in too deep and became an addict. God damn. Uncle Joe pulled some strings to send him. Back on the force, but he has to prove. That's hilarious. That shit is so stereotypical. I don't think I could ever play Narc again. That game was too frustrating. Now that was a frustrating game reviewer game. Now that was frustrating. I got a question. Um, just came into my head. Let me see. All right. Let me think. Who was think of a good one. Oh man, I want to play this game so bad. How did I not save my files, man? What was I thinking? Damn. Save my files, man. I'm too used to this game. I'm not gonna lie. I love this fucking game. Damn, this sucks, man. Maybe I do need to review this game because I'm too used to this shit now. I love it. Like seeing these ants and. But damn, I mean, why did they have to do me like this? Oh yeah, you're right. Resident Evil 1 does have that. I actually got it right here. Let me look at that shit. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Well, see, it might be different in Europe, but in America, I do remember it being like really cheesy like that. I cut off the manual and put it on my ball, so I might have to look on there and see too. Here, it looks pretty cool. It says best PlayStation game overall, as voted by visits to PlayStation.com. Face your fears in the ultimate experience of suspense and terror. Bloodthirsty zombies, mutant beasts, monstrous serpents, untold mysteries lurk around every corner. The nightmare lives in the award-winning game of survival horror. Now the terror comes alive with the DualShock analog controller to send shivers up and down your spine. An enhanced release of the #1 terrifying classic. New camera angles and character graphics. 3 action-packed levels, standard, training, and advanced. Supports the DualShock. Yeah, I got to admit, here in America, they make that shit look badass. They even got the little Capcom hotline hint number. I'm about to call that shit. Let's see what they say. So you think you're a bad dude with a shotgun fighting undead? Easy. Think again. Oh my god. We didn't have that here. We weren't blessed to have that type of cheesiness. I wish. You're a bad dude. Shotgun fighting undead. Think again. Called the Resident Evil Director's Cut hotline number. See if it still exists.
Verizon Wireless, your call cannot be completed.
Oh shit.
Please hang up and redial the number
What the hell? Who the hell uses a 1-900 number? I ain't never seen that shit before in my life. I'm starting to think these numbers probably didn't even work back then. Yeah, it don't work. Just trying to bring some entertainment to the stream. That's all. Yes, I wish I could see photos of it. I got to admit, here in America, you get judged very quickly for, the smallest things. Even though everybody here is fucked up, but everybody judges you for the smallest things. So yeah, like America get judged very quickly for any kind of cheesiness like that. That's not gonna fly. Any kind of cheesiness like that. It's not gonna fly. Talk about starting from the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm so masochistic right now. I literally feel like starting this whole game over to get back to that point. I could do it. I like this game that much. It just feels relaxing to me to play this. It's something about this music and this grid. I don't know. It just reminds me of Pokemon. You know. I like this game that much. It just feels relaxing. Music and this grid. Fuck. I'm about to die. Am I a real gamer or what? Or am I just that fucking high right now that I literally don't even mind redoing that shit right now in this game? I know one thing. I like this better than the third one already. Like, let's say we were living back in the early 90s and I was somebody born in 70 something or whatever, and I played this shit in 89, and then 91 came out, 91 came, and then the third one came out. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been disappointed. I would have been like, nah, that shit wasn't as good as the second one. I would have been one of those kind of guys back then. It really is. It's like you could really do this forever. That's why I like RPGs, because like you said, you could replay them and you could get better each time. Because I saw the mistakes I made in my last file. Of course, I don't want to go through a lot of these caves again because they were a pain in the ass, but I do know how, of course, I could do it better. But Jesus fucking Christ, I went through a lot of shit. I feel like literally a grown adult and everything. I feel like how Tony Montana felt when you started on Scarface. Yeah, it sounds way funnier. It does. Wow. Yeah, it came out, yeah, about 30 years ago. The fourth one I heard was the best. I mean, from what I saw, I was watching a guy playing that in the stream the other day. It seemed like it's the best one to me. But I like this one. The stream the other day, it seemed like it's the best one to me. I like this one. Can I get bot shot now? Man, this sucks, man. I'm literally in the beginning of the fucking game. What the fuck did you do, Chase? Wow. That's a lot. That's what video games now cost. But at the same time, I mean, the technology of this at that time was just as crazy as whatever a PlayStation 5 would look like to us now. It's just as crazy as whatever PlayStation 5 would look like now. I gotta admit, this might be one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I like this almost just as much as I played Pokemon. If I can literally play this and feel like, man, I don't feel satisfied with just leaving this out, that means I really like this game. And a lot of people I've seen have like stoned this game, said it was super boring and blah 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 blah. And I could feel where they coming from, but maybe I'm just that high to where like I don't know, the simplicity of this, and like Alex said, like the music and the just everything that's just basic about it. I don't know why it just intrigues me about this game. This shit is cool to play. Yeah, that Sonic and Knuckles cartridge, I had that back in the day. Never beat Sonic and Knuckles, but we had it though. That's Sonic and Knuckles. Never beat Sonic and Knuckles, but damn, my ass kicked. You need to heal me. Uh-oh. He can't fight. What they mean? Oh, she don't have no weapons yet. Yeah, it did. It came with all that. I saw the retail price for this was like $90. It's pretty expensive, but it did. It came with a strategy guide and a map. I mean, you had to have that. How the hell could you have played this in 1989 without a strategy guide or none of that shit? It's no way in hell you can figure this out. It's pretty expensive. Strategy guide and a map. You had to be a bored, horny motherfucker to literally sit here and figure this shit out without a map or strategy guide back then. I mean, even with the map or strategy guide, it's still hard. I gotta look at a walkthrough to get through some of these caves, because everything looked the same. I love the combat in here. I can sit here and just do the little turn base all day, but those caves, shit. These caves are a fucking nightmare. But I think the first one is probably worse though. Miss Nee, I wish I had her in my party later on in the game. I mean, Anna's cool and Kane is cool, but he was badass. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, from what I remember, because I will say I'm about to be 31, so I'm old enough to remember how things were prior to the internet. From what I remember, we used to have that Blockbuster strategy guide book. That's what we used for the cheat codes. And like whatever games that they had listed in there, if you were lucky enough to have one of them games, then you know that was the only information that you had. Besides that, you had to go find one of those magazines in like a KB Toys or Toys R Us or in like a Walmart or something like that. And you had to basically find like a catalog basically with a strategy guide for your game and then order it. And then when the strategy guide came, which was probably like 2 months later back then, shit, you still had to figure out the game. It wasn't like the strategy guide was just clear cut. And you know that stuff cost them money, so it ain't like the game was just $50. And it wasn't like you could just go to your parents and just tell them like, hey, you know, I need you to buy me this $30 strategy guide after you just spent $50 for the game. Like that wasn't too easy to explain to your parents. So shit, a lot of them games I couldn't never complete because I couldn't figure them out. Shit, I ain't having no money to be trying to figure all that and pay for all that. If I could get some more weapons. And YouTube fucking with my numbers. It keeps saying 0 people in the chat. I know it's at least 3 people in here. But as far as the stream, as far as on this though, I had literally got all the way to through that cave where we had went through the last time. I got through that, got the knee mitt, and I actually had got through some parts. I think that last cave was called Noah. I had actually got through some parts of it. It was it was getting kind of frustrated actually. So I know definitely before I get back to that, I'm gonna have to do a lot of grinding. I don't know when the hell that might be. I'm gonna be honest. By the time the springtime roll around, I want to get back to that part again. I want to complete this game. At least this time around, I already know certain things I'm gonna run into. So you know, I should be okay. You right, Alice. This music is funny though. Man, she could carry the steel bar, can't she? There's no job. You can't carry a scalpel. Sell that. It may suck that I gotta start back from scratch, but I feel like a baby with a 30-year-old brain. Like at least I know what to do. Just don't have the abilities yet to do it. Yeah, but that's what I was about to say. Like, man, I ain't really had a chance to stream like that. I think that was last Sunday when I was going to do it. And man, I just haven't had a chance to really jump online like that because I've been so fucking caught up with these work orders, like hiring people, man. I know y'all remember in that game Vice City when that guy Sonny Forelli had called Tommy. He was like, had said that conversation. He was like, "Hey Tommy, how's the suntan?" He was like, "I ain't got no suntan." He was like, "Well, you ain't got my money either, so I've just been wondering myself." You know, Tommy, so what are you doing, Tommy? Just tell me, what are you doing? He's like, "I'm looking for the money, Sonny. Don't worry." He's like, "No, don't worry, Tommy. That's a part of my style because I seem to have this problem in my life with unreliable people. Don't be an unreliable person, Tommy. Please do us both a favor." Like, and I'm really starting to feel that guy, Sonny Forelli. Like, man, it's like when you doing business, man. Like, this shit is like being a fucking NBA franchise. Like I'm looking at my business now. It's like this shit is about to be like NBA Jam. Like, I just need 2 solid maintenance guys to just do these work orders, and I got one guy. He's been solid, and I'm not gonna lie, man. This man ain't really been no issue, and he's been working with me since the beginning of this year. But I need at least 2 more people that's gonna be solid. One more that's gonna be just as solid as him, but another substitute that's gonna be at least, you know, be able to pick up some of the slack that, you know, I might have, because I don't be wanting to having to do these work orders no more. Because starting this week, I'm about to get ready to start this cleaning business where I already paid damn near like $300 getting all this stuff back with my business, get my name back and everything. And I got to get ready to pay this guy $700 to get these marketing contracts. So I'm really trying to fall back from this maintenance thing, because I'm gonna be honest to y'all. Believe it or not, you actually will make more money in the cleaning business, I think, than you would like in the construction business. Like, a lot of these guys that you see out here doing the remodeling stuff, and you know, they might have, you know, these trucks and, you know, and be doing all these big contracts and stuff. Now individually, as a whole, they probably look like they all are making good money, but individually a lot of these guys aren't really satisfied. And from what I've noticed from my experience doing this cleaning business and then seeing that part of it, I think you actually make more money in the cleaning business. So I'm really trying to put my focus more into like that, you know, more so as like just trying to manage these contracts, because the way they're going to be set up. And of course, you know, as I told y'all with the documentary that I'm working on, this is still in effect. I'm definitely about to add all this to the documentary. Because, I mean, literally, the selling to your independence is all about showing you how to literally get from ground zero all the way to where you completely have your own business and you ain't working for nobody for real. Like, I'm doing this for real. So, I'm gonna show y'all how, like, contracts work with this stuff. Because, man, it's like when you sign contracts with, like, other companies, these people get a large percentage out of, like, all the stuff that you do. So, for instance, if I were to get a building where it's paying like $2,000 a month for me cleaning, you know, basically like I told y'all I used to do at that bank, the little Chase Bank here down the street from me, when I used to do that every evening. Same thing, like, you know, same labor, except I'm doing it for myself. I was getting only like maybe $500 to $600 a month doing that as an employee. But as a vendor, I would be getting like $2,000 a month, maybe more if I could, you know, kind of finesse them into other services. But if I did it up under another company that basically was like a market research company for me, where they do all the marketing and all the cold calling and setting up deals and all that, and I'm just basically in there as providing the service, they get like a 35% basically cut out of all the contracts that I do. And they get another percentage for, you know, another 3% if I want to be guaranteed to get paid, because sometimes you get screwed over on these things and you might not even get paid. So you got to pay another 3% for that. And then I got to get this fucking workman's comp insurance. This shit is going to be like $200 and some dollars a month. But that's basically another 11% out of the buildings. But it's a lot of shit that go into this, like, contract wise. Like, everybody, of course, you know, trying to get they bit out of it. And that's what I gotta been dealing with this week. Just trying to go over this contract, making sure everything is solidified, making sure when I go into this thing, I got everything I need, because I'm on my own now. So I've been kind of caught up with that, just making sure everything is all right with it. So probably on this Thursday, I'm going to pay this guy. And like I told y'all, probably in about another month or so, because I really need to quit this job too, because I think they part of the reason I can't get my back pay for my unemployment, because I'm owed like years of back pay with this shit. So it's gonna be to the point where I've been telling y'all, I'm not really worried financially about Scorpio and Sebek. Like it's gonna be okay, with the stuff I got lined up, especially with this unemployment thing. But I just need to go ahead and be focused on this full time with these films and the reviews and all the stuff that we've been talking about. And this little job that I got, I mean, it's cool, but it's like I do this shit 6 days a week. I was looking at the check the other day for it, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, damn, like I literally make more money off of my own business sitting on my ass doing nothing than I do actually coming up, getting out of here, working, driving 18 miles a day, even though it's only cleaning for a few little hours. But it's just still the thought of like that you got to do it every day. I'm like, shit, I literally make more money off of my own business than sitting on my ass than I do getting up having to go do this every day for this fucking company. So what am I doing, But it's just still the thought of like that you got to do it every day. And that's one thing I will tell you, like for somebody like you, Alex, who's younger, it's gonna suck when, especially for you, because you're gonna be way ahead of the game from just me telling this knowledge and you just being here. It's gonna suck when you're in a position where you're trying to like invest in your career, which is your ultimate thing, your art, and of course everything in your brand. But you working like a little menial job at that time to just to make ends meet and make sure that things is afloat. But you're way smarter and way more organized than the people that you're working for. It's gonna feel kind of annoying after a while, but you need the money to do what you need to do for yourself. And it don't matter. I feel like it don't matter if you're doing something like whether you at a low level job or you even doing something in the corporate world. You still gonna feel the same way. It's a difference between somebody wanting to be like, I guess, an independent employee as opposed to working for a company. It really is a big difference in how you go out here and try to attain money. And I never relied on no company to make sure that I live the way that I want to live. Like if I had to work 2 and 3 different jobs at the same time, shit, I'll be that person that'll call one day off, call one job and tell them, man, I can't go to work today because I got to go to work in my other job. If they can't rock with it, then fuck it. I'll just have to get another job. Yeah. And so he said to me, Monday, money. Yeah, but yeah, I was saying with that contract shit there, that's how the contract is set up that I'm about to get with this guy, this cleaning shit. But I mean, it's all good. I mean, really, it's like it's a big deal because it's no ceiling to what I can make with this guy. Because instead of me being as an employee, it would be like this. So see, we in tax season right now, and I just did my taxes since shit, I even made more money back when I filed my own income as opposed to me filing it as an employee. I made more money back off of my own income. But it would be honestly more like shit. It would just be more like where you go into a job, like I said, you doing the same thing that you've been doing for that same job, but now if you got your own business, you could get that work in all other parts of whatever state that you living in, and then you can have somebody else do that same labor, but you just be the one sit back and organize it. So yeah, he might get like a little 35% or whatever, but if he got about 4 buildings, and let's say each of these buildings are worth about $1,200 a month or something, if he gets 35% of that, what did that leave me with? About maybe $800 or something like that for each account. If that's like 4 accounts and I'm only in there an hour, if I got somebody in there an hour or whatever cleaning, that's $3,000 a month, and that's just the beginning of what he will have. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot of money that can be made with this cleaning business. I really easily see how people became millionaires off of this. But the most important thing is that you got to have people that you can rely on and that you can trust to actually go do the buildings, because it's easy money. That's A. And B, damn. But you know, you gotta have folks you can trust and rely on. A, and then B, you just gotta have the right system in play. Gotta have the right system in play. Do I got any healths? Fuck. I'm in trouble. You just got the right system in play. It's the Hill Center. Alright. Alright, got a little cash on me. I think I need to buy some health. It would be a smart idea. Yeah, it does, man. Like I said, this game usually put me to sleep some days. Like some days when I want to just like, you know, go to sleep, I'll be sitting here smoking. I'll be like, man, let me do a little bit of grinding on Phantasy Star. I was doing that this summer, I remember. That shit would put me to sleep. Some days when I'll go to sleep, I'll be sitting here smoking. I'll be like, man, let me do a little bit of grinding on Phantasy Star. I was doing that this summer. And then not only that, this game just kind of reminds me of how it is in real life. Like, you know, everybody got to have their resources efficiently. Like, I ain't gonna lie, believe it or not, Alex, like I literally, the way I organize my stuff in this game is the way I organize stuff in my business. Like this game just it helped. I ain't gonna lie, believe it or not, I think that's the reason I was making a lot of money with Superior last year, because I was playing this fucking game. I was literally like, I was living this game as if it were me in real life. I mean, for real. I was trying to make sure my money was right on this game. I was trying to make sure we had the right items. Like everybody had the most up to par items for whatever low part of the time in the game I was in. Like I was really feeling like I was in real life last year when I was playing this. I was trying to be super organized in this game. You're right though, I just like the vibe in it. It's a fun game. Gotta give it to them, man. Like they made some really good games back then. I think now they could still have the potential to make games like that. It's just they gotta get rid of the theatrics and everything. Wouldn't y'all agree? Still have potential like that. It's just yeah, because that shit ruins it. It's like, you know, just make it simple. Yeah, exactly. I want to play a game. I don't want to watch it. I feel like since the 2000s, I've been watching video games. I haven't actually been playing them. That's why I like playing these older ones, like, you know, because I feel like I'm playing a video game. I'm not watching a movie. It's like if I want to watch a movie, I got a bunch of them right here in my collection. And the interesting thing is, back in the day, during the 90s, I remember I used to be like, man, like, I wish that video games were like movies. Now I'm saying I wish games were like video games, you know? But I swear to God, back in the day, we used to say that, though. We used to want video games to be like movies. But we sure as hell got that. I'm tired of seeing it like that now. Say that. It's so much video games to be like movies. But I'm sure as hell got it. Time seeing it like that. Yeah, it shouldn't. That's why, like I said, you know, I'm not gonna be in a rush to buy a video game console anytime soon. Unless it's like a damn Sega Master System or something. That's what I said, you know, I'm interested about a video game console anytime soon. Unless it's like a damn Sega Master System. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Yeah, it's nothing wrong. I mean, you know, culture is always going to be influenced, or art's going to be influenced by culture. Culture is going to be influenced by art. But, you know, in the case of video games and movies, you know, I just don't think that every video game now literally feels like a movie. Like I said, the simplicity of a video game is what they kind of have erased out of it since, you know, the days of this and stuff. That's why a lot of people say the last real like retro game system that they thought was the Nintendo Super Nintendo, not the 64, but the Super Nintendo. That probably is like the last real retro console, honestly. After that, all the games were basically like movies. I personally feel like it was like the PlayStation 2. Because there still were like some good games on PlayStation 2. But after PlayStation 2, all the games basically were like movies. Yeah, I agree. I totally wouldn't play it. Like Call of Duty, like even with Call of Duty, like on the story modes and stuff, I would do them like one time, and then after that, that was it, you know. Really, Final Fantasy VII was hella cinematic. That's terrible. I thought Final Fantasy VII was on PlayStation 1. They must have remade it. Yeah, you're right. Final Fantasy VII was cinematic. That's terrible. I thought Final Fantasy VII was on PlayStation 1. I know one thing, I will always be the cheapest gamer of all time because, like I said, whenever I have kids, like to be honest, they gonna be all excited about a video game console. I'm like, shit, I'm about to get y'all ass this fucking Sega Master System. Man, we got this goddamn PlayStation 2, man. We about to get this fucking Jet Moto 3, something that was made like 26 years before you were born. Like, I'm not gonna give a shit about whatever little consoles is coming out during the time that they're gonna be alive, like, because they're gonna be worn out and played out probably by the time they get to be about 3 years old. So what's the point? I'm playing this shit here. Like I said, this game came out before I was born. Yeah, it's either open world or FPS. You're right. And I'm tired of seeing that shit. Yes, right. That's why, like I said, while most people are probably playing the older games now because they want the simplicity back. Most people probably they want simplicity back. See, we don't need no shield. Can she carry a vest? Oh, she already got it. Hell yeah. I don't know. My kid's gonna get that Retro Legends pack for their birthday. That's funny. Now, I definitely want kids and everything like that. It's just, like I said, I do want them to experience whatever that's going on within that time. But to be honest, I'm gonna let them know, like, I mean, this stuff that's coming out now is basically the same stuff that I'm giving you right here, which is like probably gonna be like $1,000 less. So, and not only that, what you playing now is gonna depreciate in like 2 years, whereas what I'm showing you here has been out 30 years. So, more than likely, better want to play this system here that's like $200 or whatever instead of this system that's $1,000. Because I believe if these PlayStation 5s, if they trying people by making them on retail for $1,000 now, then when the PlayStation 7 or 8 or whatever come out, then why not make them shit $1,500 on retail? That might be the standard price. I'm like, that's a mortgage. If I had $1,500 given to me, I'm like, dude, $1,500. That's another thing I thought about. People out here are so crazy, man. That's another thing I wouldn't do is I would never buy my kid a new game system too, because I'm thinking, dude, if you for $1,500, that's a business. You can start a business with that and make millions off of that $1,500 investment. That cleaning business I told y'all about, to get a cleaning business started, all you need is an LLC package, which is $250. You got to pay down like a marketing fee. I told you that's like $1,000. And then, of course, you got to get your supplies and all that different stuff. Now, luckily for me, I pulled a Tony Montana, and I took all the supplies from the jobs that I've been working at. So I don't have to invest in anything. And then I've been buying stuff over the years from being in the business anyway. But literally, for about $1,500, you can literally get a business. That's a PlayStation 5 right now. And then that PlayStation 5, what you gonna do? Do the same shit you could do on your computer? It ain't no games really to play on that shit. So, you really just buying one just for the hell of it. But you could literally start a business for that. But that, Sega Saturn it is. And fucking PlayStation 2. And even the PlayStation 2, they don't went up on that. They want $200 for these things now. I mean, I was lucky enough to get mine for $50. PlayStation 2. But $200 for this thing now. I mean, I was lucky enough to get mine for $50. But that, I think once I explain that to my kids, then it's pretty much gonna be like, okay, well, what's the point of getting a new console? Because they probably still gonna want that shit. That's gonna be the funny thing. It's pretty much like, okay, well, what's the point of getting a console? I know, me personally, when the PlayStation 3 came out, I knew that was the last console I was gonna get. When the PlayStation 2 when the PlayStation 2 came out, I was of course excited about that. But when the 3 came out, I knew that was gonna be like the last console I was gonna get. I knew when the 4 and all that stuff came out, I just knew I wasn't gonna be into video games like that. Cause I saw where it was going. I saw they were making games more theatrical, and I was like, I'm basically just paying for a computer at this point. I might as well just buy a computer and suit it up. And like Dane said, just get a Retro Legends pack and play that. Basically just paying for a computer at this point. I might as well just buy a computer. And like Dane said, just get a Retro Legends pack, play that. Should we save it this time? I should have just saved it in 2 separate files. I meant to do that before. So I'll be damned if I make that mistake again. Save it. I should have just saved it in 2 separate files. Now I will say it's good that we do have modern games, because it's cool to, you know, every now and then probably it's almost like eating sweets. You know, every now and then it's cool to play like Call of Duty, and let's say you had like a 60-inch or a 70-inch TV, and you know you got or you might even have a projector or something like that, and you playing Call of Duty online, you know, on a night like this. Now that would be awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. Now that right there is when, you know, the technology does prevail. It's like, okay, that is a pretty cool experience. Or you might be playing Madden or NBA Live or something like that. That's cool. But like I said, like it's not like every game has to be like that. It's only certain games that it's okay with, and then other ones it's honestly just a simple just style of the game that people really like. Like I said, it's not like okay with, and then other ones is honestly just the simple already getting stronger. Yeah, it is marketing online. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I mean, but retro honestly was multiplayer. Streets of Rage was multiplayer. Mortal Kombat was multiplayer. Even Sonic was multiplayer. Like shit, me and my brother used to play that shit with Sonic and Tails all the time. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but retro honestly was multiplayer. Streets of Rage was multiplayer. Mortal Kombat was multiplayer. Like shit, me and my brother used to play that shit with Sonic and Tails all the time. But you're right. It's not the same as online gaming. Like that online multiplayer, it's like crack. I'm not even gonna lie. When I first got on that Call of Duty online, because at first I didn't really see what was so big about it, because I was playing it offline. I'm like, okay, you're going around killing people. This is like every other game I've ever played before. But it was just something about that online shit. Like it was almost like all these gladiators being inside one arena, and somebody had to come out as the top gladiator. I swear to God, like every team deathmatch, every free for all was always like that on that Call of Duty. That shit just was addicting, man. I ain't gonna lie, that Modern Warfare 2 was addicting. That was one of the funnest games I've ever played in my life. I'm almost tempted to get a PlayStation 3 and get on that server just to see if folks are still on that shit. That game used to be fucking addicting, man. I remember the days playing that, man. It was some fun days. That was worth getting a PlayStation 3. Like I said, if I get a PlayStation 5 or whatever, that'll be the only game I'm looking to play. It's Call of Duty and the NBA. Well, they don't even have live anymore. They got 2K that done taken over, so I'll be screwed at this point when it comes to that. Like I said, if I get a PlayStation 5 or whatever, that'll be the game I'm looking to play. It's Call of Duty. The NBA, well, they don't even have live anymore. They got 2K that done taken over, so I'll be screwed at this point when it comes to that. Yeah, it was a different time, definitely. They were what I call brother and sibling games. Like the games we had back in the day were sibling games. Like we always had to pick a game that both siblings could play at the same time. Like it could never just be like a single player game. It always had to be like, you know, a multiplayer game. Like I said, damn near every game we had was damn near like 2 players. When me and my brother got older, that's when we wanted games where they were like single player, because he liked to watch to see if I could get through certain parts of a game, and I wanted to see if he could get through certain parts. You're right. It's just fun. It was a different time. It's fun. It was a different time. Will say though, I'm glad to have been born in the early 90s to have at least have experienced games like this. I'm glad I didn't have to grow up playing games like Pac-Man and Atari games and shit like that, because those games were too basic. You know, they were fun for those times, but they really didn't start making video games for real until like fucking Mario and Metroid and Castlevania and shit. That's when they actually had real video games, I think. I'm glad I at least came up during that time. they really didn't start making video games for real until like fucking Mario and Metroid and Castlevania and shit. That's when they had shit for real video. Oh, it will be very disappointing. But to be honest, that game actually had a concept that you had to understand. When I saw that AVGN review, it actually was a lot more to it than just what he showed, you know, in those early reviews he was doing. Yeah, it actually wasn't that bad of a game. Even Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I actually want to try to beat that. But that game is hard as hell, though. That's another reason I feel like my views should go up, man. I mean, who the hell is streaming these type of games? Like, most of these people you find on Twitch, I guarantee they streaming like shit like Fortnite and, like I said, Call of Duty and maybe NBA 2K or something. But just the most generic, basic games that anybody's gonna talk about. Like, ain't nobody thinking about no shit like this. That's why, like I said, I like watching that guy Mike Matei, because he always come with some obscure shit like this. Because I mean, these games aren't just to be forgotten about. I feel like these still are classics. Nobody thinking about those shit. That's why, like I said, I like watching it. Always come with some obscure shit like this. So these games aren't just to be forgotten about. They're classics. Yeah, the other ones were just about high scores, exactly. Yeah, the other ones were just about high scores, exactly. It's another town here. Oh, so you gotta go that route. Oh. Let me ask y'all a question. At what age would you say would be the best age that you should start playing video games? And they actually like have a meaning to you. Cause I'm gonna be honest, video games didn't really have a meaning to me like that until I was about maybe 5. Cause prior to that, I didn't really know what the hell I was doing. I mean, I liked them, but I didn't know what I was doing. But when I was 5, that's when really 4. Cause that's when we got Sonic the Hedgehog. I remember that's when we first got the Sega. I was 4. Really 3. Really, I was 3. I'm tripping. I was 3 years old. Said 6 or 8. 7. Yeah, that's true. Believe it or not, I literally was obsessed about video games when I was about 3. That's the earliest I remember. Cause I remember when Sonic came out, that was all I wanted to play. But video games were just expensive back then. I don't know if it was just that they were expensive or we were just really poor, because it just seemed like getting them was always hard to get. Oh yeah, for a game to mean something, yeah, that's true. I think that's actually a cave I gotta go through. Yeah, you could be about 3 or 4 to start. But I mean, literally, when I was about 3 or 4, that's when they actually meant something to me. Like I said, I remember with Sonic when I was like 3. So, I guess for me, it came a little early. But I mean, literally, when I was about 3 or 4, that's when they actually meant something. Like I said, I remember with Sonic when I was like 3. I guess for me, it came. I gotta get that sword. That dagger shit ain't gonna work. Dude, I saw the PS5 listed for like $1,000. Now, the cheapest I saw it on eBay was like for $800 here in America. That shit is very expensive. That's why I was saying, like, you know, the prices that I remember, like, you know, $50, $60 for a game, that was expensive, but the systems are very expensive now. Systems only used to cost about $200 or $300. That's why I was saying, like, prices, $60 for a game, that was expensive, but systems are expensive now. Systems only used to cost about $200 or $300. Said retail is $500. Oh, okay. But the thing is, you can't find them nowhere here. I didn't see them anywhere on retail here. You can't find them nowhere here. I didn't see them anywhere on retail. Y'all want to know a crazy story? I was just over my friend's house last night, and of course, she does, what ended up getting my door kicked in. But I was just over there chilling last night, and she was telling me how the day before, she was telling me like the fucking the DEA had like came and like kicked in her neighbor's door, and they had ended up seizing like a whole bunch of cocaine and pills and all kind of shit, because she's staying like in one of those like hotels, those extended stay hotels. But she was telling me like that that her neighbor basically had I guess they were over there, selling big hard drugs and shit. But yeah, they had like the DEA come and kick they shit. And apparently somebody was over there, like I guess it was a guy they had saw was undercover the whole time, but they didn't know that's what he was over there doing. He was like taking pictures and stuff, and it was just crazy because I'm thinking like, wow, like that's the same mess that I went through. And I told her, like, man, that's a sign you better go ahead and try to figure out a way to get you a house and move out of there, because you do not want to be around that. But like, it's not the same up here in Atlanta as it is in places like Statesboro, where it's more of a Republican type of environment, and they don't really accept to kind of like stuff like that. But up here in Atlanta, I mean, it's of course they don't want you doing anything criminally, but it's just not really it's not really as big of a deal up here like that, honestly. It's like shit, damn near everybody up here sell drugs. It's almost like literally selling drugs here in Atlanta. It's like a second source. It's like a part-time job. Like, it's like if you looked on somebody's resume, like working at damn fucking Kroger or Home Depot, that would be like their primary job, and then a trapper would be like their part-time job. So I'm not saying people are getting slapped on the wrist about it, but at the same time, it's so many people doing it. I'm like, it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, somebody was telling me about that neighborhood. Yeah, the pandemic definitely was the reason of all these price surges. That's why I said I'm not even gonna fool with it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look on my phone right now and see how much one costs. Yeah, somebody was telling me about all these price surges. Well, I said I'm gonna look on my phone right now and see. It's funny though, yeah, how much is a place? Because the last time I looked one up, that thing was super expensive. I don't understand what they trying to scalp it for. It's like you only getting like maybe a few $100 extra. Like what gain are you really getting out of that? The money you're gonna get extra, you gotta put into the system any damn way. You have to buy DLC packages for games, and probably gonna get extra points and shit on games, so that's gonna end up running you about $300 any fucking way. They got one right here. It says renew. It's $899. It says console only, $800. That's for a PlayStation 4? What? Alright, now let's look on eBay. Damn, this shit say $949. Ships brand new today. $999. $799. $739. $660. None of these shits are under 500. The cheapest one I see is for 560. They got one for five. They got one. It says for 480. So this gonna run you about 500 in the long run. None of these shits are under 500. Them shits is expensive. There's definitely some scalpers with those consoles. Like holy shit. Yeah, I guess I'll stick to Phantasy Star II. Like, fuck that shit. That's insane. That's fucking insane. Guess I'll stick to Phantasy Star II. Fuck that shit. I don't think I've ever seen a video game console ever cost that much, besides the 3DO, and you know, but back then you had the option to buy that because it's like, hey, you know, either you're gonna be a sucker and you know and try to buy this $800 console, or you could just get this $200 Sega Genesis and you already know all the games on there gonna be slapping. So I mean, it was your choice, but now you know you don't have a choice but to pay about $500 for this stuff. But $500 isn't that bad. But I personally do feel like pretty soon these consoles gonna be running you about $1,000 and up. I don't know if it's gonna be inflation that's gonna make it that way, or just the mere fact that they can get away with the monopoly of it, because it's only two consoles. You're either gonna get the Xbox or the PlayStation, so they can charge whatever they want for them shits. To be honest, who gonna compete with them? It ain't like they gotta compete with all these other consoles like back in the day. You had the Sega, then the Nintendo, then the Atari. The fucking TurboGrafx 16, the damn Intellivision, the fucking what was it, the Amiga 32 CD. Like, man, you had so many consoles back then. You had so much competition. Now it's like shit. It's just PlayStation or Xbox. So much competition now. It's like shit. It's just PlayStation or some other Xbox. So I think because of the lack of variety and competition in the marketplace with video games, that's what allows them to price gouge as well. It ain't just the pandemic, because that's how that video game crash happened back in the 80s, I believe. I think it was because of the monopoly of some of those companies. Like, they could just price gouge however they wanted. It would make an unfair competition. You better damn well believe that with those consoles being that much. Because let's be honest, let's say you like well, I can't say like if you somebody that's born, and you got a kid now that you don't know about video game consoles. I would hope not. But then again, you'll never know. But let's say like you somebody that's just totally oblivious to video games, and then your kid come to you and tell you they want a PlayStation 5, and you couldn't find one in GameStop, but you found it online, and you saw that, damn, like, this is the normal price of what all these shits are. It's like $700-$800. You better damn well believe them shits are selling on eBay, whether they scalped or not. So just trying to grind so I can get that that sword. Make this a little easier for myself. think it's a cave I gotta go through that's around the corner from here. This little knife shit ain't gonna work. At least in this town, I don't have to wear the Mojit cap in order to talk to some damn body. That was annoying. This town, ask y'all this. Do y'all think that everybody who's born in this world should have a business at some point? Like, even if you're not business savvy, like, do y'all think that everybody should at least have the experience of having a business? So I do. I don't think that it's feasible for you to just have this idea of working for somebody forever. That never really made sense to me. Hell you miss. I swear this game is like fucking exercising. It's addicting though. I don't know what people meant about this game being boring. Like, this shit is fun to me. I think they probably just too used to theatrics, like I was saying. Imagine, like, that shit probably was cool playing this back in the day on the older TVs. One thing that sucked is you couldn't save the files like that on the memory card. At least with my shit, I messed up. I was just trying to look at my screen, but back then, like, you literally had to go to those save files in each town. So that means you would have had to have enough magic power to use that what is it called, the Rias or Highness or whatever, that technique. You would have had to have enough magic power to keep that, so that you could get to a town and save, and then you would have had to go through a lot of caves to get back to certain points to get to the final part of the game. So that would have taken a lot. Damn, this shit gonna suck, because I remember I got to go through that shit with that little hovercraft board. It's the only part of the game I didn't like. I have to go look. I'm gonna have to look at my older streams and probably see how to get through that. Still don't got enough. Well, you know what? Since we know what we're gonna be doing here, I don't want to bore y'all with this stream. I'm probably gonna stream a little bit tomorrow, maybe. Maybe I might do Tenchu. Like I said, I don't know. I guess that game's just not really for me like that. I'm not really like into the camera angles and trying to be all stealthy and having to deal with that. Like, I mean, me, believe it or not, I never even really got into Metal Gear Solid like that because of that same reason. I just never was that kind of person to get in them kind of games. But you know, I'm more into like stuff that I gotta, you know, move a little bit more fluid on, at least from some type of isometric perspective. But just never really got into that game like that. But I don't really want to bore y'all that much with this stream. Probably gonna jump on tomorrow, but we got a long way to go with this. So I don't know if I want to restream a lot of the stuff I've already done already. It'd be kind of stupid to make like 2 videos of this, so I might do a lot of this off stream. But if y'all would like to see me do this a second time, I mean, it's on y'all. You know, I definitely would do it. If not, I'm not gonna make it a big deal. I'm gonna do this off screen and eventually get back to that final part, which was where I'm supposed to be now, so that we can go through that final cave. But I'm not gonna lie, that might take me like another month, but we'll see how this goes. But I'm probably about to just get off stream now and work on this, and I'll catch y'all later. I appreciate y'all for joining in, and have a good night.